Good evening, friends. Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo, as well as Joe Bear in the house. And as always, I want to thank you guys for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, it doesn't work without you guys. So let's get open for business here and let's wake up my football gods. Wake up here, guys. Okay, so, I am known as the Dak Prescott defender. I am the guy who is always talking about Dak Prescott and things, and I get that. Okay, I've made it my mission in life to speak the truth, to correct the wrongs, because I'm trying to understand this. Because here's what we got right now: we're only a couple weeks away from free agency, and Teddy Bridgewater is going to become a free agent. The Saints figure that they got Drew Brees for another year or two and all that, and they're going to look elsewhere, and that Teddy Bridgewater will just garner too much money, and we can't hold on to him, and so they're going to let him go. And rumors are, or word is, that he's going to be able to get about $30 million, multi-year type of a deal. That's the belief right now, and that's great. That is great news for Teddy Bridgewater. So as we look at the evolution and the price tag of quarterbacks, that's pretty good, because just a couple years ago, Matt Ryan at $30 million was the highest paid. And then Aaron Rodgers got his, and of course, Russell Wilson got his at 35. Big Ben got his at 34. You had Jared Goff and Carson Wentz. So now 30 million is the new 20. And that's great. And then on the other hand, we have Tom Brady, who says that he wants at least 30s. And he's been now upset that he hasn't been making as much money as everybody else. And we don't know if this is grandstanding for him to make sure that New England takes care of him. And I really believe that he's not going to be leaving there. But we're also hearing that the Raiders are prepared to offer him like $60 million, 2 years. Just like that. So again, $30 million. I bring these two gentlemen up because we've heard some of the talking heads talk about how the Dallas Cowboys should not sign Dak Prescott because his contract demands will be too high and they can save money by getting these guys. Okay. So let me make sure I've got this right. A lot of people are saying that Dak wants $40 million. That's actually not what I heard. What was offered to him was 33 a year, but only 90 million guaranteed, as opposed to 107 for Carson Wentz and 110 guaranteed for Jared Goff. And so it was the guaranteed money was the holdup. In which case, I still think that the number is about like 35. So if it's about saving money, hypothetically bringing in either of these two guys are going to cost you maybe $5 million less. And you might end up getting into a bidding war if these two guys really are as popular as we are led to believe. That, multiple teams are looking at Teddy Bridgewater. That, the Raiders are ready to offer him some money. That Tampa Bay is. The Chargers. So it might even be more than that $30 million. Teddy Bridgewater had a good season for the relief games that he played in. But you're talking about a guy who has been in the league for 5 years, has 7,652 yards, 38 TDs, 25 interceptions, and a career rating of 88.3. Tom Brady will be 43 years old, and nobody has played at an elite level beyond 42, other than him, at that age. At best, you might have him for 2 years. And if you're getting him for $30 million a year, that's pretty much going to be like a hard number, like a franchise tag number, because you can't really front load it or back load it. It's only 2 years. You're either going to pay it this year or you may next year, but either way, you're going to pay $30 million. So it doesn't give you cap relief, so to speak. And I'm not sure that a $5 million, if it's that much, a $5 million difference on the cap is going to be the difference between winning the Super Bowl or losing the Super Bowl. Because we've heard all kinds of guys say, Matthew Stafford's contract is keeping the Lions from getting players. Well, if I'm correct, I think the Lions had about $25 million in cap space last year that they didn't spend. So had they gotten Matthew Stafford for another $3 or $4 million less, then they still wouldn't have spent that money, and they'd still been a sorry team. So I want you to explain to me, because I got to be missing something, how it is that if we sign Teddy Bridgewater for a $30 million contract, or if we sign Tom Brady for 2 years at 43 at $30 million, that the team's going to be better. Am I missing something here? Because Teddy Bridgewater missed several years with a destroyed knee. Dak Prescott's never missed a game. You know, I think, I'm not sure what it is. And I honestly believe that some people just don't want to see Dak succeed for whatever reason. Because I always thought that if you are a Cowboys fan, it's not about the players, it's about the star and wanting to see your team win. Yet, I hear so many Cowboy fans that are so happy to say, I can't wait till he fails and see if you keep the same energy. You can't wait for him to fail? And you're saying you're a Cowboy fan? Doesn't winning trump everything else? I'd just like to know what it is, honestly, that you guys that hate him so much, what it is, or the reason why you do. It makes no sense to me. I'm completely lost. I want to understand, but definitely, if your solution is to save money and not sign Zach and get Tom Brady or Teddy Bridgewater, doesn't sound like that's the viable option. So we'll talk about this some more tonight, and I guess it's just going to be what it's going to be. But one other thing, back to that person on Twitter that said, I hope you keep the same energy when he throws a pass behind. And my comment to him was, you mean like every other quarterback that has had a bad pass? Because there is no quarterback that is 100% on every single time. And I'm still waiting for those people who told me about 3 years ago that Dak Prescott would be flipping burgers in 2 years. I'm still waiting for them to have the same energy that they had 3 years ago. I'm Mark Holmes, and as always, appreciate you guys being right here. And I'll see you tonight at 9.